Hi there, welcome back to That Board Game Show. My name is James Wood, and today I'm going to continue my playthrough series of Rolling Realms, playing the Solitaire Minigolf variant. Today I shall be playing through hole 7, Wishes Do Come True. We can see it over here on our little map of the course, and we will be playing with Euphoria, Tapestry and Wingspan today. And the special rules for hole 7 are: we will play only 7 turns, crossing out spaces for 2 turns before starting, so we'll mark off 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, so that is cancelling out the final 2 turns. If you're playing along at home, make sure you also mark those off to help you remember not to play more than 7 turns. Although, if you're playing along at home with me, you'll be using my die rolls, so it won't much matter. Okay, you gain resources as normal, but you cannot use them. In easy difficulty, you can use resources gained by failing previous attempts at this hole. So, if you're playing along at home and you're playing on easy, just remember that. I'm playing on normal difficulty, if you remember. Then, each turn, you gain a 3rd die with a number of your choice. So, every turn we get 1 bonus die of any number, which is really useful. That die works like any rolled die. It can't be placed in the same realm as another, and it can be part of a pair for using hearts. And our goal is to score at least 13 points, or 13.5 if you're playing in hard mode. And I think that is all the basics out of the way. Let's dive in and start playing. So this one's not really putting a big focus on resources, but we do get a 3rd die every turn, so this is going to be quite interesting. But 13 points in only 7 turns could prove to be quite a challenge. Before we dive in, let's have a quick refresher of how I've done so far with my previous attempts. So in hole 6, I managed it on the first attempt for a par of 1. Hole 5 was a par 2, hole 4 took me several attempts to figure out, and then 1, 2 and 3 I managed to achieve all of those on my first attempt. So as you can see, I'm using the PDF course log over here, which I downloaded from the Stegmaier Games website, and I'm just marking it up on an iPad, primarily because it's nice and easy for the overhead camera to see it, and I can also use it in post should I want to. And if you're playing along at home, you can do the same. Or, if you have your own copy, on the back of the map here, there is a printed course log which comes in the box. Or, you can download this PDF and print it out and play along at home that way. So, with all that preamble out the way, let's dive in and play the first turn. We will pick up our dice, or I will pick up my dice, and you will play along with whatever I roll here. And we've got a 6 and a 3. Let's try not cover up our width. Hole 7 over there. So 6 and 3 is the number. Write down 6 and a 3 on your mat if you're playing along. And what are we going to do with the 6 and a 3? I could just use the 6 over here in Wingspan. Ooh, actually, a 6 in Tapestry is quite a good idea right at the beginning, because I can fill in a lot of squares really quickly. So let's do that. I'm going to put a 6 in Tapestry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you want a refresher on how all of these holes work, you can see in my previous videos, and I did a full comprehensive overview of how Rolling Realms plays in episode 1 of this series. So if you're not familiar with the basic rules, I'd recommend pausing this and going and watching that before you come back. But as a quick summary, Tapestry wants us to fill in full shapes, so by rolling a 6 we're going to fill in that shape. Each time we fill in a large square, like I just did there, we will gain a resource, so I gain a heart. And I need to remember that I can't use any of the resources in this game. And then each time we fill in a row or column, we will gain stars accordingly. Then, where do I want to use that 3? I suppose the 3 over here in Wingspan is quite a nice one for the 7, because remember, you score bonus points if you match the numbers in the bottom to the number at the top. So if the numbers in these 3 boxes total 7, I get a bonus star if I match the number on the card. So let's try that. I'll mark a 3 here, gaining a pumpkin. And I will roll the dice and we will go again. Oh, but wait, oh, I'm forgetting already. Each turn you gain a third die with a number of your choice. Any number. That's going to come in very handy for finishing off these cards in Wingspan. So I will just gain a 1 over here in Euphoria so that I can hopefully start capitalizing on points generation soon. So I will not mark off a star, I will mark off a coin. And because you can't spend the resources, we're probably going to score quite a lot of points from leftover resources at the end of the game in this one. Right. Roll the dice and go again. Ooh, my goodness, double 6s. You! Big numbers coming out to play here. Okay, you do not want to put the 6 over there. That would be a big mistake. Do I want to use another 6 in Tapestry? Yes, I do, because I see a nice spot for it over here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that gets me another coin. Then, if I don't roll a 1 at some point, I can use this bonus action to fill in that little corner square. Then I think I'm going to use the other 6 over here in Wingspan in this big 16 spot. So I'll mark that off there. What am I doing? I'm not meant to mark off an X, I'm meant to write 6. Write a number in there. That is 6, that gains me a heart. Okay, then we roll the dice again. And we've got a 3 and a 4. 3 and a 4. And what are we going to do with the 3 and a 4? I suppose I could use the 4 over here in Wingspan, because that would then bring that to 10. That would gain me a pumpkin. Did I use my bonus die last turn? I did not use my bonus die last turn. Hang on, rewind. Let's say we haven't rolled that yet. I forgot to use a bonus die. So I filled in the 6 in Tapestry, and I filled in the other 6 in Wingspan. So then I will gain a bonus die, and I'll use it in Euphoria. And I probably would have just gained a 1 and filled in this low number here to get a coin over there. And I was rather silly last turn. I should have used my 6 in Euphoria to benefit from that pair rule. Because if you mark a number and it's a part of a pair, you can mark the other matching number on the other side. Missed opportunity there. Oh well. Okay, so that was using the bonus die from this one. Now we have a 3 and a 4. And where to use them? Those are low numbers, so I'm going to use one of them in Euphoria here. So let's use the 3. We'll mark off 3. So that's now 3, 4. So that is 1 star in Euphoria. Then I'm quite liking that 4 for Tapestry. It'll fit in very nicely over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, which gains me a pumpkin and a heart. Pumpkin and a heart. And I just spotted something a bit strange, is that it says each turn you gain a third die with a number of your choice. That die works like any rolled die. It can't be placed in the same realm as another die, and it can be a part of a pair for using hearts. But then here it says that you gain resources as normal, but you cannot use them. So I'm not exactly sure how that works, because it says here that you can't use them, but then it says here you can use hearts with pairs. So that's a bit of a contradiction, so I'm not entirely sure how to play that one. If you happen to know, please let me know down in the comments below so that I can understand better for future turns. But for now, I'm just going to presume that this first rule takes precedence, and I'm going to say we can't use resources for this hole. So if you're playing along at home, just make sure that you all play along with those same rules. And if you happen to know better, please drop a comment down below and let me know what the correct way to interpret that rule is. Okay, so we've used a 4 in Tapestry, we've used a 3 in Euphoria. Now I can make any number I want. I'm going to make a 6, and I'm going to use it in Wingspan over here. Filling that, so now that is sitting at 12. That gains me a pumpkin. And that means I'm now looking for a 4 to fill in that last space to get the 2 stars by getting a star for filling in the space there and another star for having my total match 16. And we will roll the dice and go again. We have a 6 and a 3. Let's mark those off on the map over here. 6 and 3. So many big numbers. Wow. I don't think I've ever rolled this many 6s in a single game before. Right, we're looking for a 4 over there, so that doesn't help. We could put a 3 over there. I think a 3 in Euphoria is going to be the best option though. Yes, I'm going to mark a 3 in Euphoria, gaining me another star because that equals 4. Then I'm going to use the 6. Can't use that in Tapestry, so I'll use the 6 over here and put it in that space. Getting in a coin. And then I can make any number I want for Tapestry using our special bonus rule. So I'm going to make a 3. And I'm going to fill in this space there, gaining a pumpkin. Rolling the dice, and we are fast running out of turns. Oh dear. That was a 4, I promise. Double 4s. A 4 and a 4. So where are we going to use these double 4s? I think... Oh, well, no hard thinking there. We need a 4 for Wingspan, so I'm going to pop a 4 in there. Boom! And we got a star there, and that is 6. 12 plus 4 is 16. Huzzah! Bonus score for matching 16. So that is 2 stars in Wingspan. Then, do I want to try fill in Tapestry? Or a 4 over there? That means I'm going to need a bunch of 1s to fill in Tapestry. I think I'm going to rather use the 4 over here in Euphoria. So we'll pop a 4 in over there, which is now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're still below 10, so we gain another star there. Oh, and then bonus die. I keep forgetting the bonus die. I'm just going to use a 1 over here to fill in that little corner, which gains me a pumpkin. And now I'm ideally looking for 3s and 4s for Tapestry here to fill in these final shapes. Rolling the dice. 2 2s. A pair of 2s. A 2 and a 2. 2 and a 2. What are we going to do with a 2 and a 2? Oh, I'm going to use those 2s in Euphoria to mark off a 2 over here. And because a pair was rolled, I can mark off the other 2 over there. Mark that off a bit better. And that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is a star there. And that is 3, 4, 5, 6. That is another star there. So I am fast on my way to getting my total number of stars in Euphoria. I just need a 4 over there. And then I will have maxed out my points in Euphoria. Where do I want to put a 2? I'm going to put a 2 over here, gaining a coin. Then I'm going to use the bonus die for this hole to make a 3, which I'm going to fill in over here. 1, 2, 3, gaining another coin, which completes a row, so I will mark off a star in Tapestry. Right. Final turn. Final turn. Ish. Let's see. We've got a 2 and a 3 for the final turn. A 2 and a 3. Okay, that is perfect for Wingspan. So yes, please, I will put a 2 over here in Wingspan, gaining a star there. And that is 2, 4 plus 3 is 7. So that gains the bonus there. So that is 2 stars in Wingspan. It is not the 4 I was looking for in Euphoria. But let's see, I've used the 2 there, so I can use the 3 here. And I can use the 4 with the bonus one. So we'll put the 3 over here in Tapestry, which completes a column and gets a heart. And I haven't done terribly well in Tapestry because I've left all these funny little gaps. So I've only managed to fill 1 row and 1 column. Oh well. Then I will gain a third die of any number I want, which will be a 4 over there, gaining the final star in Euphoria. Righto. Now we shall tally up our score, and all those leftover resources are going to save the day. Because I have got 6, 10, 11, 12. That is not 13. But I score 0.1 of a point for every leftover resource. So 12 point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That is 1.5. So final score is 13.5, which, as it happens, is the target for hard mode. So fancy that. I'm not playing on hard mode, but if I were, that would be the target, and I would have just squeaked by a victory. As it is, I still just squeaked by a victory, because I only beat it by 0.5 of a point. Oh my. Okay, so let's mark that up on our handy-dandy score pad. We have completed hole 7. Get the little markup tool, cross out our first attempt, mark a 1 over there. We have completed hole 7 in 1 attempt, which was a par 2. So I'm kind of making up for that terrible par 4 on hole 4 by getting all of these 1s. That will sort of balance the scales at the end of the day. And the next hole shall be hole 8, the sum of its parts. And we shall see how that plays out in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you played along, let me know down in the comments below what your final score was. And until next time, I shall say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the show.